Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. We might have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. I got some people I call that ain't kin, that's gonna pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. They talking, you listen, that's family. They don't tell your business, that's family. They calling your phone, coming looking for you. They say that you missing, that's family. They don't need permission, that's family. When you hurt, they can feel it, that's family. Let them come while you're cheering, that's family. Let them come when you living, that's family. Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. Hey, ain't nobody fighting around here. Ain't nobody shooting around here. Everybody that's around here, family. All love, no hate, be clear. No shade, all love, be real. You love me, you should know how it feel. Tired of all these badass kids. Tired of paying all these bills. Family going through the same thing, so they know exactly how you feel. They supply a shoulder I can cry. I provide a place where they can heal. Leave my money out, they don't steal. Let them have it if it's for a bill. Soldier for me when they in the field. Only way I live. Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. We might have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. I got some people I call that ain't kin, that's gonna pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. Family all around me.
I'm tired. I've been on this plantation all my life. I've been enslaved all my life. I'm tired of being pushed and pulled. I'm tired of the master doing his bidding. I want to leave.
You're doing this to yourself, Pat.
You know why we not afraid? What? He's great and terrible. Terrible is destruction. Y'all think it come back in all peace? You got another thing coming. So we out here fighting for our brother. We ain't marching saying yes we can. No justice, no peace. We go. Let's fight for your sons and your daughters.
I'm not wrapped too tight. Got 400 years on my back. I'm angry dog. I'm black like that. Won't contact with you whites. And all the niggas I stand here with, they share my same sentiment. I'm fucked up tonight. Won't kill my brothers no more. Want all the smoke. Motherfucker popo. This is my battle cry. Isaiah 14:21, that ancient version of that gun that they stole our name, they stole our shit. We real Judites, motherfucker Jewish. We lords, generals, arm your soldiers. We fight tonight like we supposed to. They inherited lies. I'm referring to all whites. I'm referring to riches, white privilege given through genocide. And they gotta pay for that. God say Jacob gon' take it back. I cry aloud, I spare not. This good bread, my sharecrop. This lily grew through concrete. We march to our own drum beat. We the chosen. No inclination to kick it with y'all. Raise Babylon to the ground, then watch it fall. Obadiah said you'll be wiped up for theft. These are just words, worry about what come next. It's for Negroes, Latinos, we better than all, not equal. My natives no red dot that feather. Me primo be smooth like that leather. Until it's time to bring the war dogs out, put the headdress on. War paint and I'm not wrapped too tight. Got 400 years on my back. I'm angry dog, I'm black like that. Won't contact with you whites. And all the niggas I stand here with, they share my same sentiment. I'm fucked up tonight. Won't kill my brothers no more. Want all the smoke, motherfucker popo. This my battle cry. I got the spirit of grandfathers past. Front porch sitters, Nat Turner dangerous. A real life illustration of angry and that painting of Malcolm staring out the window with patience. One hand on the curtain, right hand on the AK spits. 47 rounds, all to bring down Satan. Same way Abel was killed by Cain. This will be an introduction from the fuck shit into the fire. Probably join the list of artists who died before they retired. Most High said I'm hired. Sire will never spit a line aimed at my kind, less meant to uplift. Toughness will be redefined in my rhymes. A squad of men with the spirit of God, with an affinity to point their weapons not at the brethren but at the enemy. Khaki colored kids, baptized in the flames of combat fashioned. In the trap we escaped, our fate was to be great and noble. Moses reincarnate, so be hopeful and know I bring word from A and O to Pharaoh and white folk, let my people go, cause it's my battle cry.
Right. Shalom. Grace and peace. Most High bless. Thank y'all for tuning in for our people's edifications. F.O.P.E. Israelites. I'm Shasham. Salakia, and sorry about yesterday. We were supposed to be live, but I fell asleep and I woke up an hour and something late. And everybody else said, we'll just do it tomorrow. So I wanted to make sure I came on today to report on what we wanted to report on. Shalom to Star Lima, Most High bless. Love y'all, Queens. King Judas Show, big salute, King. Nehemiah, Shalom, Mop. Return Avengers, Shalom. Darnell Fall, Shalom. And A. Anderson, Shalom, Most High bless. To the FOPE family and to the CUC family, please like and share the video. Thank y'all for tuning in. We got a lot of news and things that we need to go over and cover for today, which is a crazy day, family. Shalom to the boxing historian. I also want to say thank you to whoever sent us FOPE donation. And to those of you who do donate to us, we appreciate it. But to this person who sent us a donation, thank you. We appreciate that. Sister, Most High bless you. We're very grateful for the blessing that you gave us. So moving on, we got a lot of news. There's a lot of things going on, family. Inflation is off the wall. I went shopping, did a little shopping, and some of these prices was very, very, very ridiculous. No, I don't think I'm on my own. Some brothers probably going to jump on sooner or later. You know how we do over here. I'll drop the link in the chat though if somebody want to come on, but we have a lot of I got a lot of stuff I need to go over. It's a lot of things going on that's not being mentioned. Some articles that I want to be read and we're going to talk about, just having an open discussion as a family. It's crazy out here right now. And the prices of food has gone off the roof. It's very, very scary. And everybody should be preparing and prepping. And matter of fact, I want to play a video. Actually, the first video I want to look for. Let me find it real quick. I want to play this video because a lot of people think that, you know, what's going on with us is a game, and this shit is serious. It's very serious. And people should be getting prepared for what's coming, you know. They bringing in a lot of mandates, and they bringing a lot of stuff back. Because it's getting wild out here. Hold on. Where is that video? Something I want to show to the family. For all of y'all who think it's a game or think it's a joke, because we tell our people to prep and prepare, but we're not the only one. Even these other countries is telling their people to prep and prepare. And I'm gonna show an article where they're telling their people that they need to do that. There's nothing wrong with prepping and getting food for your family. It's the right thing to do. Yeah, so I'm gonna share this video real quick with y'all. This is for all the ignorant people who got a problem with us preparing for our household and our family. This is something y'all need to think about.
Hey guys, welcome back. I hope every one of y'all is having a great weekend. This message is directed 100% at all my haters and most of the non-prepping people that have sent me emails and rude comments before. If you would take half the time that you do write me a message or send me an email and get off your lazy butt and go get some food and stop worrying about me buying all the food, saying I've hoarded all the food when it took me a long time to even accumulate all this food, you would be doing a lot better right now. But you're too busy saying I'm crazy and prepping people's crazy. But I know right now, when that pandemic happened, you was one of the people that went and dumped them shells. And I know right now, even though you're blinded, this is non-prepper people still I'm talking to, because they are blinded. I know y'all know what I'm saying. And I'm trying to wake them up. I still ain't gave up on you. But getting back to the food, you think that food's going to be there and the government's going to bail you out. I'm telling you right now, the next pandemic that happens, when the real SHTF happens, this food that you're looking at right there ain't going to be able to go there and dump in your buggies like you did before and panic buy at the last minute. So I know this probably hurts your feelings, but I think you need to hear it. Sometimes truth hurts. You don't care a bit to say anything to me and email me and tell me all that, how I'm buying everything. Well, a lot of stuff that I'm buying, if you would have got off your lazy butt and went and got it, some of the stuff that I bought, especially like the canned beans and stuff, the stuff, the lids on top was so dusty and dirty, it was unbelievable as how long that stuff had been sitting in there. So you don't have no excuse, even though you're not prepping and preparing when something goes down, to say nothing. So I'll be waiting on your comments. I'm sure you got something to say. I know everybody in the world said something to me about that, especially non-prepper people, about hoarding all the food. I'm the reason the crisis happened. I'm the reason the food shortages happened. That's a pure joke. I'm a family of 4. I've got 2 kids that I care dearly about, a 6-year-old and 8-year-old, and I'm not doing like you. I'm preparing for what's coming, and I'm not going to use no excuse, this and that. It's my fault, his fault, all that butt hurt stuff and everything. Make excuses for your own self. Just get off your butt and quit being so lazy and take some of your money that you got and go buy some food. That way you ain't got no reason to say nothing when something happens. And quit worrying about being so jealous of somebody else, especially all the prepper channels and other people that is prepping. Do something for once in your life. that makes some sense. Because I know you ain't going to wake up, and chances is you ain't going to understand this message. But I can't say, and nobody else can't say that I ain't tried. And thank you for watching this message, everybody else. And y'all have a great day.
Right. So, family, that's all I'm telling y'all. I'm telling everybody, go out, prep as long as you can while we still got time. There's nothing wrong with prepping. There's nothing wrong with getting food. It's nothing wrong with making sure your household, your children, your family going to eat. Please stock up on food and water and everything. Please stock up on food and water. Everybody, please stock up on food and water. Shalom, sis. Most High bless.
Shalom. Most High bless you.
Oh, you want to say anything?
Hold on, give me 1 second.
Okay, cool. So, food is gone out the roof, family. I had went shopping, and I want to show y'all the prices of some stuff that was in the store where I was at. And when y'all see these prices, this was at Sam's Club yesterday. I'm gonna show y'all. Now, if y'all think stuff is bad now, because like I said, we found out the food we eat this year was from the harvest of last year. But wait till the following year. When next year come, it ain't gonna be no meat on the shelves like y'all think. So I'm gonna show y'all some stuff that the prices of the meat was in the store yesterday, where I live at. I'm gonna show y'all right now, and y'all tell me if I'm crazy. I guarantee next year a lot of y'all ain't gonna be eating if y'all not stocking up right now. Let me get these pictures.
Most High bless everybody, family.
Shalom, Elder Qanath. You want to say something? Go ahead.
Yeah, I got in here. I said I wasn't gonna say anything because you never know who's listening. But this gonna seem small, but go do it now. Tomorrow, if you can do it tonight, go do it. Because today there was just reported in Washington, D.C., over 110 monkey pox cases. Okay. Some people are saying that you can get it by touching other people or what they may have touched. You remember when this COV came out?
Mm-hmm.
It was masses and what else? Gloves.
And hand sanitizer.
And hand sanitizer. Brothers and sisters, it's going to be a repeat on that. It's going to be a repeat on that. They already talk about COV is jamming back. Now this monkeypox, this is not fear. This be precautious. Go out there and grab as many gloves as you can. Stop back up on your hand sanitizer because you could be, especially if you want to begin with a P, because you can use it also to light fires with. 3, you better start getting them masks again. There's nothing wrong with having them. You buy liquor with it. You know, so just get all this stuff back together because the way I see it, and it's the only way I see it, and what I see going on, that stuff is repeating, and they're trying to do something a little bit different. A little bit different. Get them gloves, brothers and sisters. Get them gloves.
Yep. So what we
one more thing, Sham. I'm sorry, Sham. One more thing.
Go ahead.
Hey, look, if you don't, now I'm not telling people to go out here and steal, but sometimes, they might drop something here or there, it might be something free that, they left there. Just pick it up. Sometimes you may have doctor's appointments, and they might have some alcohol pads that they threw away, or some gloves that's still good that hasn't been used. They say, well, they may be volunteering to give some of that stuff away a bit. You never know what you could see in your emergency room or your doctor's appointments. You know what I mean? Y'all better think, man. You better think. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Most High bless y'all.
Hey, Shalom, Elder Don P. You want to say something? Since everybody on here, you on mute. You on mute. You on mute. You on mute.
My bad. I was just laughing at how Qanath talks about how you could, fall upon, accidentally run into some stuff on accident. Ain't your fault. You was just there. It was there. It was on accident. I'm laughing. I'm laughing. But what the brothers is talking about is no laughing matter. It is really no laughing matter. And we do have a window to get prepared. So this is what I've been doing over the last couple of days. I've been investing my time and energy into my grow company. And my grow company creates systems that allow you to automate your growing, as well as do all kind of other technical things as it relates to your soil and its moisture and all these other things, so that you can efficiently grow food, whether you're in an apartment or you have some land space, like a backyard or what have you. That's what I've been working on. And so those systems is finna come out, and I'm like really excited. I was talking to my doctor today, and he lives because we live in San Francisco. So in terms of land, forget about it. But I was talking to him about wall growing systems and drip systems that I could provide for him, and I would give it to him at wholesale. But these are the systems that our grow company is going to be bringing into the market so that we can feed our people. There's a lot of people in the purpose space that are talking about growing. I just got off of one live that they want me to come back to Friday for another thing. But what they were talking about is prepping in terms of protection. And so that's more of a protection channel, which I'm very much into. I'm about my protection. And so I got all kind of, just hanging out with the brothers here, getting ideas like, oh, I didn't think about that. So I just got this other little thing, which is not legal in my state. So I'd had it shipped to Nevada to my sister, who will in turn ship it to me. But that's handling the business when you get down to primitive stuff. That's when you're using ball bearings, and when you run out of ball bearings, you're using pebbles to handle that business. So protection and food acquisition. Because if you need to kill a small animal to eat, hey, you're gonna need something to do it with. Because he ain't gonna let you just stand there, and just get him. He's gonna try to run off. So you gotta have high velocity to catch his ass, whether it's a rabbit or whatever else you can take down with the caliber of the equipment. Yes, sir.
Not be. And then, hey, Nate, what you said, man, is very useful. We're gonna probably call a meeting Sunday or Monday coming on our voyage, where we plan, what we gonna be doing and setting things up. And it's gonna be a couple of parts. I'm mentioning this live because what I'm setting up, or what we're setting up, is we're gonna have 3 to 4 stages of getting people together. First stage, second, third, getting people together where we all can come together as one. Try to talk to everybody at one time, it's not going to work. But I'm sorry, Don, you can finish. But hey, what's up, Nate? Most High bless you too. Before I get off.
Most High bless you, Qanath. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Hallelujah.
Oh, praises.
So yeah, just to finish up,
Shalom, Weezy.
Shasham had brought up, Shasham had, and this is what really piqued my interest in this. Is Shasham brought it up, in places where people can't possess firearms and stuff like that, you need to have something else. So Shasham had brought this up, and I was like, oh, let me look into this. So the conversation was on slingshots and wrist rockets. I actually purchased a wrist rocket because I like it better. But that's an option for you for me, when there's no more bullets, when there's no more access to bullets, and I still got to hunt and defend, I got this wrist rocket. So anyway, there's a couple other things, but for me, the wrist rocket was most, when you get down to ground basis, It was the most efficient because, yeah, you could have a sling bow, you could have a crossbow, you could have arrows and stuff like that, right? But if you don't know how to make them, if you don't know how to make those things, or you don't have the materials to form the heads and so forth on those things, it's useless. But with a wrist rocket, I can pick up a pebble and make it crack. So anyway, I'm landing G5 there.
But anyway, family. Shalom to Weezy, one love. Most High bless, sis. Much love. You be confusing me because I be saying 2 pages come up in here, so I don't know if they both yours, the green one and the blue one. But if they are, that's all right. I just be confused sometimes. But yeah, family. So look, check this out. I went to Sam's Club this week. I was just buying some food. I thought I was sharing it. Hold on. Maybe I'm not. So I want y'all to see these prices of the food that's going up, especially in the meat. I'm trying to tell y'all need to start shopping now for food because this is in Sam's Club and the prices ain't coming back down. All right. They saying they ain't got enough cattle. You know, they killed a lot of the cattle off. And y'all see this beef tenderloin whole Angus choice, right? See the price? $96.17 for a piece of beef. That's just for one piece of beef. Okay? $96. A bag of mandarin oranges, $7.58 for some oranges. That's ridiculous. For fruit, a 5-pound bag of fruit. That's how bad it's getting. Rack of lamb ribs. Look at that. $70 pretty much. $69.96 for a rack of lamb. $70. Beef tenderloin. Angus. $41.87. This is only 2.62 pounds. Here you have a beef ribeye cowboy steak, $30 just for this little piece of meat. One steak, $30. It's ridiculous.
Hey, Shar, what you need to be pointing out is the price per pound. The price per pound.
Right.
Because that's the important thing, because like that 97.
Eggs, $11.59 for 36 eggs. That's the price of eggs now. That's ridiculous. Well, go ahead.
Oh, can I say real quick? 2 years ago, yeah, I used to get eggs like 36 of them, and the most people paid was like $5, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when it was high.
The tenderloin out here is $23 a pound.
How much?
$23 a pound. So that's why I was talking about price per pound. You were talking about whole numbers, but no, price per pound. Because if that was 4 pounds, that would cost over $100 here.
Well, the inflation is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
You know, the inflation is ridiculous, as you can see. But it only going to get worse. So I'm telling everybody, stock up while y'all still can. Do it now. Because next year, I'm telling you, a lot of y'all not going to be buying meat. Y'all ain't going to be able to afford it. And they say it's only going to get worse as time go on.
Russia just cut Europe's oil. Europe may go on not one country, all of Europe may go in a recession in the next 2 weeks.
Is the ball coming on? I got a couple articles to read, but it's all good. Let me play this video real quick though. I got a couple videos I want to play, but let's play this video dealing with what's
going on. I'll be right back anyway.
You got out. What's going on in Panama?
One of our viewers, Tony, has family down in Panama, and he is giving us kind of updates on what's going on there on the ground in Panama. This insider is giving us word on what's going on. Right now, schools are all closing. And as of today, this morning, at 7 a.m., Eastern Standard Time, so 1 hour from when this video actually drops, Panama City is actually going to close up. No movement allowed. Not allowed to leave your home or the building that you're in. You are required to stay there. They are putting full martial law down on the entire country. These are the democratically elected government is being threatened with mobs and people out in the streets wanting to overthrow the government, demanding that the government institute food, gas, and other price controls. Basically, move away from being a free market economy into being a full-on communist system. And the regular people behind that are behind it. We see this movement to unseat the democratically elected government.
We're going to see a lot more of that.
Schools are closed as teachers have taken to the streets. Other unions have taken to the streets. But this is being organized and pushed by their socialism parties that are unhappy with how elections work, and they want to overthrow the government with force. Politicians are in hiding. They, like I said, they've declared martial law in Panama City starting in 1 hour from this video. Highways are being blocked by truckers. See, and that's where the thing is. We need to be careful about these things. I know in some countries, truckers going out and protesting, and you see farmers over in you have to be careful about what you're asking for and what you're going up against. And when you're demanding that they remove capitalism from the system of economics in your country and start demanding that the government guarantee prices for things, that's a dangerous, dangerous place. When you're demanding that the government step down and be replaced by an unelected government, that is serious stuff. We're now seeing in Panama people on the streets every day. There's no food or stock in grocery stores to put on the shelves, empty shelves across the board because the roads are being blocked. We're hearing reports of police and government people intercepting food trucks and removing food from them. It's every man for themselves in Panama, and I would not be surprised at all in the next week or so that we hear that the government there completely abdicates and it becomes either a lawless state or the socialist parties over there institute some sort of government there. But don't take it as anything other than a coup. And we're seeing this in other countries as well. We're seeing these spontaneous people out in the streets rising up against governments and seeking to replace those governments. Sometimes they're moving in the right direction, and sometimes they're moving in absolutely the wrong direction. Freedom. Do they want freedom, or do they want less freedom? And in Panama right now, what we're seeing is they want less freedom. Over in the Netherlands, they want more freedom. And so that's a serious thing that we're seeing sweeping the globe. Sri Lanka, the same thing. They started off protesting against these heavy-handed government controls down on them, and now they're actually reacting towards wanting more government controls as a solution to the problems. Socialism always promises great and fuzzy things to everybody, but it never delivers on them. When you take away people's freedom and you force people to deliver goods and services for prices that they do not agree to, you will inevitably have massive shortages. You will not be able to get products into your country. Your country will start to default on its debt. Your economy and your currency will be debased. And we see this happen again and again and again. But right now we're seeing this happening in multiple countries ongoing. We had protests in Peru. We had things going on in several countries in Africa, Sri Lanka, of course. We have things developing even in places like India. And we see some murmurings in Dragon Country and other places. This is a wave of chaos that is spreading around the globe. And when you enter into chaos, you don't know what you're going to come out the other side with. And usually it's worse than what you went into it with. When the mob becomes in control of the system, they usually don't make well-informed and good, wise choices. Usually they go with the loudest voice, the most violent voice, and they follow them for the promises that they're making. If you're in Panama, our prayers are with you. If you know other people in Panama, and reach out to them as best you can.
Yeah, that's it on that video. What y'all think, family? Anybody want to comment on that?
Yeah, I just want to. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead, sister. Go ahead, sister.
Yeah, so it's affecting not just America, just in different countries. So it's going to come here, as well. But once it comes here, it's going to get way worse. And in Panama, all in South America, different countries. So it's getting worse by the second, man. It's just every day is something new.
Yeah, like Sister Nay was saying, Panama is just a snippet of what it would look like in the U.S. when these food shortages come. There's no if. We already know that over the last 18 months, over 100 food processing plants have been destroyed. We know that the government is paying farmers not to grow crops. We know that Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates are the largest private farmland owners in the United States. We know what's been prophesied. We know what these people have shown us. And the thing about it is that this is what really pisses me off. It's the mockery. It's the damn mockery that they call entertainment. They show us what they're going to do to us, and they show us what the future looks like through their television shows, their films, and that other media. And the other thing is the prophecies about who we're going to be, etc., is also played out in their media. So for me, it's highly upsetting to watch all this come down, but also knowing as a confirmation of prophecy that the Most High is true. And if anybody else got something else to say, they're liars. I'm watching what he said was going to unfold. This is ridiculous. I am so sick of this. I'm ready. It's just like, you know what?
I mean, we saying it.
Yahusha come. We need your kingdom. We need your kingdom. Because this kingdom being run by Hasatan and his minions, see, I'm too convinced. Can't nobody tell me nothing. I know who's running this world system. Hasatan is behind it, but he made the same pledge. He made the same pledge that he made to Yahusha. Bow down and worship me, and I'll give you all of this. And I'm done with those who have bowed down, and they actually run this. They run this. So, fam, this is a prep show. Y'all get ready. Don P been going overboard on this thing, but I've been going lightweight with the preppers, the real preppers. But I'm trying to keep up. I'm trying to keep up because I don't have the responsibility that Shasham has, and I need to get with my brother because we need to talk about some things, about some situations for his particular living environment that we can help him with through this new grow company that we created. So he could actually grow food where he is right now. You in Maryland, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's tight space, just like San Francisco. So where you could actually grow food for your family inside your, domicile. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about solutions for my family, but also I'm terrified about what's coming up on this plane, but also highly anticipative of what he said is going to come to pass. And I believe him more than I believe my lying eyes or these lying words or these lying people. So my whole thing is this: if I can't go on this with 100% faith in the one who loved me and who gave himself for me, I might as well go and check out. Game over. Don P. landing the G5 right here.
Neptali, you want to go, sis?
Yes, shalom everybody. Shalom to everybody on the panel. Nay, Uncle Don
Shalom,
P, Sir
Naphtali.
Sam. Shalom. How's everybody doing tonight?
Shalom, Nisi.
Everything going good. How are you, Naphtali?
I'm doing good, guys. You know what? I gotta speak on what Sham had said. I was in Sam's too, and I couldn't believe what I had seen. Like,
I
oh
know,
my
right?
god! Like
That.
the aisles was like it was nothing on the shelves. I was like, oh my god! Like,
you seen the prices, sis?
yes, I saw the prices. I'm telling my husband, I'm like, oh my god! Like, I wanted to pull out my phone, and
You
I
had to
was
take
at,
pictures of it.
we got Schnucks here. I don't know what kind of grocery stores y'all got where y'all at, but we got Schnucks, and our grocery stores was like, they was empty. The shelves was empty. Like, the chicken wings was like $30 just for some chicken wings. Like, I'm like, what the
Oh
heck?
no.
Yes, $30. I was mad too because I'm like, I know some people don't want to get chicken and stuff, but I was just
I'm laughing because Naphtali. Naphtali knows exactly what she was talking about.
Like, go. I'm trying to tell you how much you want to bet. People gonna be going crazy over. They were like, you got some chicken? I got some canned chicken breast. Boy, I pay anything for that. I'm trying to tell you. And be like, go.
hey.
I was laughing because I don't know. I think maybe Naphtali got the teaching about chicken, and I'm laughing because like I stopped eating chicken and turkey and all that stuff like 6 months ago. And there's reasons for it, and I'm not going to go into it here, but there are definitely biblical reasons for it, but I'm not going into it here. But I was laughing because I think Naphtali knows what I'm talking about. Huh?
I'm still up in the air on that, but
I'm completely hey, Ruach HaKodesh spoke, and I'm done with it. I'm done.
All praises.
Well, I heard
Yes, sir.
that. But
Yes, sir. I only do what he says do.
That's what, Don P. Most High bless
Yes, sir.
you. That's gonna be some fried bird in a pan with some flour on it in my house. I'm eating
it. Hey, Shasham. Yeah. Don't think I won't eat some quail or some squab.
I'm not saying you won't. I'm just saying this nigga here.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something else, bro. I'm gonna tell you something else.
I didn't mean to change the topic.
No, but we're talking about survival.
That's right. I gave up a lot of shit this walk. I ain't giving up the motherfucking chicken. I can't do it.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what, Shasham. Some quail and some squab are more tastier.
I understand that, but listen, I ate a lot of chicken in my life. That shit ain't killed me yet. So fuck it. I'm gonna take it off.
It's working on it. Give it time.
I'm gonna take it off to the end. I might as well. Shit.
Give it time. It'll clog up your arteries. Just give it time, nigga. You have cholesterol levels. Just give it time. You gotta remember. You gotta remember.
Chicken breast.
The massa never gave us anything that would be beneficial in terms of projecting our usefulness. He just gave us the stuff that he figured would extend us to the point of where his expiration was, and that was it. So that's why we got
I got
these
look,
parts of chickens and the parts of the hog
P, I
and
got
so forth.
look.
Yep.
We
Yes, sir.
we talk about survival here, right?
Yeah.
We talking about down to the next city. Would you rather eat some
Okay.
chicken or would you rather eat some human flesh?
Let me ask
I
you
got
this, nephew.
my mind made up.
Let me ask you this, nephew. Are
Right.
you gonna be one of the ones? Are you gonna be one of the ones behind the building eating the mouse
I don't eat mouse.
and eating the mouse and whatever
Swine
the other forbidden whatever the forbidden food is to survive? Is that
Look,
gonna be you?
there's plenty of forbidden food, but listen, you know how much ingredients they hide in all kinds of food? They put pork in
I
all
understand that. That's why I read labels.
right? No, that's what I'm trying to tell you. They put pork in all kinds of things that people is ignorant to or don't even know. So you think the Most High
Right,
don't have mercy because they got a hidden war against us. So
right.
that's what I'm
But
saying.
one,
Let's like I'm not being over righteous, man. I'm human. I
no,
can't.
no, no, and you're not supposed to be. But the thing about it is this: you're responsible for the amount of light that comes into your sphere. That's all I'm saying. So when I learn something and I start looking at the ingredients and it's like, oh, that's in there. Okay, I got to avoid that. And it's and you know what? It's really the Ruach having a check on my spirit. Because when you know to do right, that's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
If you know in this particular pace that they use shrimp in that pace, and the Ruach pulls your coattail to it, because he was the one that told you to look at the ingredients to begin with.
Right. Well, guess
See,
what?
it's almost like a trap. It's almost like a trap.
I
Because
got
as
you.
soon as you see that, it's like, oh nope, can't do that.
But the Ruach didn't tell me chicken wasn't clean. So I'm gonna put some hot sauce and some lumber sauce on that chicken.
Okay, so that's you. We in different places. We're
I
in
know.
different places,
When the Ruach tell
and
me
that's cool.
no
That's
water,
cool.
I ain't gonna fuck with them up. But right now, I'm dying. I'm frying that motherfucker to the side with some fries or whatever
Hey,
else, and I'm eating
hey,
that shit. I'm sorry. I ain't
I
trying to be funny.
feel I feel you.
Hey,
Hey,
I'm still
Sean.
looking
Hey,
at this
Sean, I
lesson
feel
though with the
you.
side eye. Hey, Don P, I'm looking at the lesson with the side eye though. I have to really look
Are you
into it.
really? Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. But you know what? You know what? That's cool. I don't have a problem with y'all dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? Because that was something. All our relationships are personal. He gonna deal with us where we are. He knows where we are more so than we know where we are. He gonna deal with us where we are, and that's not to try to put somebody up higher or put somebody lower or anything like that. He knows where we are.
Yeah,
He knows our level of maturity.
you know we gonna joke around, man. But you know
No, 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 no. I'm Shashem. I'm not. I'm not. Trust me.
you know
No
we got
offense.
to
No
on
offense
everything.
at
But
all. At
everybody like
all. And I love to
I
laugh.
know even people in the chat, listen, everybody gonna make that mind up.
Let me look at
Everybody
this chat
try to
real quick.
survive. Listen, I teach tuna fish not clean. Everybody don't agree with me. You got people still out here who eat tuna fish.
No, I agree with you, and I agree. See, I agree with you.
No,
But yeah, it's a level of maturity. It's where you at. It's where you are.
feel me? That's why I don't get into all of going back and forth about it because when people like we ain't all going to see it 100% until
Right, right,
that's
right. Let the weed grow with the tares. Let the wheat grow with the tares.
well, that ain't got nothing to do with that.
But you know what I'm saying though. It's
I
just a principle. It's a
using
principle. Let
right,
the Most High sort it out at the end. Is
right.
what the principle is.
I
That's
got
the principle. Yeah. But yeah, no. I don't. Like Paul's like, don't condemn a man. For, no, let's not get in all that belly stuff because here's the deal, man. I'm gonna tell you, one of the biggest reasons why folks die is because of their belly.
well, you
And
got
then I'm trying to remember what the second one was.
not cleaning themselves out. That's the issue. You got to remember. You got to clean your
Oh no,
plate.
no, no. I'm not talking physically. I'm talking spiritually when you read the word.
Yeah, but that physically too. physically too.
Well, yeah, you got to do that too.
They're not cleaning their gut out. They just putting all types of bad food and chemical in them and not flushing themselves. That's an issue too. You gotta flush your system. You know what I'm saying? Water.
Yeah, you got to do cleanses.
Do a
daily
detox.
Yeah.
Detox the
Yeah. Yeah. But what I was saying was in terms of I kind of went off. I kind of came off rail because I had a direct track, and then you made the statement. So I'm trying to remember what I was saying about being clean in terms of. You threw me off with that, man. You threw me off with that comment. I can't even get back to where I was.
All right. Well, let's just get back to the show then.
Yeah, because this wasn't supposed to. I was just talking about the price of how much the food was. I wasn't trying to get into that, Duffy.
No. But the thing about it is, in terms of longevity, that is important. And actually, as we prepare, we need to be preparing the right things. So, y'all don't know this. Gabar knows this, but and today or over the weekend, after the Shabbat, I really dig down. So, I'm an entrepreneur. I don't have a job. They can't accept the Don P because the Don P comes in and they mediocre. I got to be transgender and participate in something else so I can be a winner. They don't want Don P around because see, they can't win. So, he made some admissions and I was like, I'm glad you did that, brother, because that made that's a lot of strength to say those things. Society would look at you with a side eye, but when you really get it, you get it. So Don P been fired from jobs where Don P was the #1 employee of the year, #1 employee of the months. Don P would get negative evaluations while at the same time getting letters of commendation and appreciation from the public. Yehuda, we always shine. That's who we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be a light. So we're always supposed to shine. So Don P been an entrepreneur since he was 14. Fell into the foolishness of this world, talking about get a job. Well, when you get a job, you got bosses.
But all right, we got you out of Don P, but I
was rolling into the point about the whole thing about being prepared, being self-sufficient.
Yeah, but we cut her off. She didn't get to finish saying what she wanted to.
Oh, I'm sorry, sister.
That's why I was.
Go ahead.
I don't know. It's all right. I was just speaking on how the stores were looking, and we all have to think about what we're gonna do for our plan. Everybody has their strategy in mind. I just hope that we're all embarking on this journey and looking at this journey in the right way. Salute to brothers Sharsham and Elder Qanath for coming on every day and trying to get us motivated to start stockpiling and start getting ourselves together, because they're throwing all kind of stuff. They got these monkeypox, they got the COVID, they got all types of stuff that's coming out. And we got to start looking at first aid, learning how to heal, learning how to heal the body, fasting. Yes, 72 hours will reset the body. A water fast of 72 hours will definitely reset the body. So yeah, looking at natural remedies of healing, stockpiling on feminine products, ladies, as well as, those are very essential for us. So we definitely have to start looking into all the things, making a checklist of things that that you need, that are niceties as well as necessities. Very important. I have a plan. My husband and I, we're trying to leave, but in the midst of all of that, we're stockpiling as well, because just in case we don't get out in time, we got stuff set up. Think about I know it's supposed to be like a 3 to 5 year thing, but what if it's a long term thing? What are you going to do in the long term? We have to think about that as well. So yeah, it's up. You want to play a video?
No. I had an article I wanted to read. But you can go ahead. I was letting you finish up, and then I
No,
wanted
go ahead and read the article. I'm just talking. I'm sure.
okay. No,
Yeah,
I
go
just
ahead.
wanted to share the article. It wasn't. I wasn't rushing. It was just about what's going on in Germany, how they were telling their people, like even in Germany, they telling their people to stock up on food because of the war, and what they should do about power outages and what they should have. You feel me? In the United States, they're not even telling their people this. And this is the point why I wanted to show this article so y'all can see the reason why we come on here and tell y'all. Now, I haven't seen too many other camps on YouTube or just line period telling the Israelites or other brothers and sisters in the walk that they should be stocking up on food, water, and stuff in case the grid go down. I don't know. Maybe they doing it in secret or however they work. But to me, I'm like, if you give the knowledge out, you should put it in open air for everybody, whether you in the camp or not. It shouldn't matter. We all Israel. At the same, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I haven't seen none of that going on from any other Israelites, as far as that I've been seeing. But this is over in Germany. It says the Hasatstan News Hub. Okay, German urges to stock up on strategic food supplies due to the war in Ukraine, and the Moscow Times. So pretty much they telling their people that in their country they need to stock up on food, water, and urging them to stock up because of the war, and it's going to be a shortage. I think Qanath said something about earlier about it was a sanction there that they was cutting them off again, and they was not going to allow them to be trading or leaving, sort of like locking them down, just as way as China is locking their people down. Hold on one second though. Natalie, go ahead and say something because I got to do something real quick.
Oh yeah, I can look at So yeah, it looks like it's saying German Interior Minister Nancy Faeser called on the people of the country to make reserve stocks of food and essentials for 10 days in connection with the war in Ukraine and possible power outages. According to her, the Germans should be prepared for different situations that may occur against the backdrop of the military conflict. Think, for example, about the cyber attacks on critical life infrastructure. If the power goes out for a long period or daily life is limited in some way, then it definitely makes sense to have an emergency power source at home, she said. The minister recommended that citizens familiarize themselves with the Federal Office for Civil Protection and Disaster Management, which provides a list of supplies needed in case of an emergency. According to this list, for 10 days, one person will need um, from food. So it looks like it's, from what we can see, 20 liters of water and other drinks. Uh, that's for 10 days for one person. 20 liters of water. Wow. What does that equate to in gallons?
I'm sorry, family. Yeah, I'm not for sure. What's like a 2-liter soda, 20-liter soda? So what's
A
that?
liter's like a third of a gallon.
You ever seen a 2-liter?
A liter's like a third of a gallon.
So then that's like what, 22 liters, right? No, that's like 10 2
Well,
liters.
you need 3 of those to make a gallon.
Right. So that you need 3 to make a gallon.
Yeah.
2 liter. So that's 5 for 10. So you would need.
Yeah, because so like 750 milliliters is equivalent of 34 fluid ounces. Okay, so that's 3/4 of a liter. So then when you add another quarter to it,
Right.
okay.
But yeah, 20 liters of water and drinks, 4 kilograms of vegetables and what's that word? Legumes, whatever that's supposed to be.
Legumes. Those are like
Legumes.
some form of peas, beans.
Okay. 3.5
Exactly.
kilograms of cereals, bread, pasta, rice, and potatoes. 2.6 kilograms of milk and dry products. Dairy products. 2.5 kilograms of fruit and nuts. 1.5 kilograms of meat, fish, eggs, or egg powder, and 3.57 grams of fats and oils. So, according to them, family, I think that's a good idea. That we should take that advice and stock that up for your family. I was just looking into getting some powdered eggs myself. To be honest,
Share that in the back chat. I like to have that as a source.
okay.
I'll,
You talking about
also, I also did a reference. That's like 28 bottles of water for 10 days for each person. So that's essentially like a pack of 24 or 30 pack of waters you would need for each person for 10 days. Is that how? That's how I'm looking at it with the amount of.
But
When I
we don't really drink that much water a day anyway, because I don't think we need that much water. Our body is made a majority of water. I think we'd be taking in too much water. That's my honest opinion. So
the water has to be replenished because you're constantly flushing the water through your system. That's the purpose of the water, is to flush your system. Some of these other things that are on this list can be substituted for other things that are more healthy.
Well,
for you.
You talking about survival condition though, because they talk.
Yeah, we're talking about preparing for survival. So, but if you can prepare this way, you can prepare the other way, which actually will fortify your health more.
Yeah, that's true. But you're not
than some of these things, because you're not going to be able to go to a doctor when we get down to this. And the thing about it is, do you really want to go to a doctor to take their pharmaceuticals?
What I'm saying,
no, you don't.
You're not going to get fresh foods or anything at the time anyway.
That's what I'm talking. No, unless you're growing it yourself, and that's my whole thing in terms of preparation.
Yeah,
growing everything yourself.
But I'm telling you though, Don P, is everybody ain't gonna have that luxury. So you can't just look at it from the way of how you gonna do it. Tell you,
Shasham. When you say luxury,
not a luxury. Like what I'm saying is, everybody ain't gonna be able to do that. Everybody ain't gonna be able to grow their own. That's all I'm saying.
What if we provided solutions for everybody to be able to grow?
Bro,
that's the point.
Then you bring that idea out forth to everybody.
I got it.
Say that.
And I got it. We can talk about that later.
All right. I don't want the people looking at me like, you said you gonna. I didn't say that. I don't know nothing about
that. No,
Shasham
didn't say that at all. Don P said that.
That's why I'm saying.
Don P said that. You can grow food in your apartment. Don P said that, and Don P will show you how to do it and help you facilitate it.
You come on, Elder Tashaka. Everybody welcome to come on the platform. It's an open platform.
Yeah, no, I've been working on this for the last couple of days, and actually longer than that.
Okay, that's cool.
So because it's about helping our people. When I see stuff like that, I get excited.
Oh, go ahead, Naphtali. She wanted to say, go ahead, sis.
Okay, also, I know we're all prepping and we're all getting into the canned foods. Make sure you guys are getting BPA-free line cans. Make sure it says BPA-free, and be aware of botulism, because that is very profound in canned foods. But the BPA can be very toxic. It can spike your blood pressure and actually cause hypertension and possible death. So let's just make sure that we're trying to get the best canned food that we can find. I know we're at the mercy, but let's try to find the best canned foods that we can find that at least have a label that says BPA free. And we also have to be aware of botulism, so because those two things can definitely cause a problem. So
done. You're right, sis.
Right.
Bless.
And folks got to realize, really, what y'all talking about is you are talking about in the short term. You're talking about, oh my goodness, we're in this. There is no more food. Well, now you get to go to your pantry for what you got. But long term, you need to be going to your garden. And that's what you need to be preparing right now, even as you're stocking up stuff you can make right now. Because there's going to be a bump. It's a bump where you're going to be in an emergency situation.
But what if they come in and start burning down people's gardens in their yards and things like that?
Okay, that's a whole different story. That's not. That's
I'm just
not.
asking.
Well. Okay. Actually, it is part of the. You know what? And
If
that is
they
part
making the
of.
farmers do it, if they doing it to the farmers, I'm just saying, like for local residents in cities or wherever they at,
Okay.
even if they got a
That's that.
backyard garden and they growing potatoes.
Backyard's a little more difficult to protect.
I know. I'm just speaking in general, like because
So
that's
that's
what I'm
why
saying.
indoor growing. That's why we talk about indoor growing.
Right. But what I'm trying to tell you though, Elder Don P, right? Everybody
Yeah.
doesn't have the means or have the space to grow indoors. People live in small homes. You know the sizes of these apartments in New York? They tiny.
Brother, you can hang a grow pouch on
No.
the back of a closet door.
Okay, but listen, what if it's not producing enough for them though? And you got a whole bunch of people. What if some people live in
That
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 house?
that's the economics you got to work out.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. What if people don't have the space to do that or have the luxury?
Okay,
Everybody not gonna be able
listen.
to do that.
You're throwing Shasham. You're throwing a whole lot of roadblocks
No, I'm not throwing over.
to solutions that could possibly apply to 80% of the people. You might got 20% of the people, and I'm gonna tell you why they can't do it. Is because they say I don't have the funds.
No, that's not it. What I'm saying is, what if?
Well, then, other than that, you got space, brother.
All right, but no,
Trust me.
listen. What I'm
Any
trying to
door.
tell you is this, right? Everybody living
Mhm.
situation is different. Everybody's house is not the same size.
I understand that.
All I'm saying is, what if people don't have the space to require to put that? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying they can't do it. I'm saying, what if they don't have the space for it? What if buying canned goods is more convenient for them? And
Okay, and then how long does that last as opposed to a sustainable renewable system?
well, listen, how you know that the
That's
most.
why I was saying do both. That's why I was saying do both.
I'm not saying you can't. What I'm saying is, for that person or whoever the people are that might be in that situation, how you know the canned goods might not be long enough to sustain the dry food where they can make it without that.
Well, okay, here's the deal, Shasham. You don't know how long it's going to be. That's the problem. You don't know. So then you can't depend on these producers anymore because they won't be around.
You're right.
Neither will the stores. And so you've got to be able to produce for yourself. And here's the deal. If you gear up and you start producing for yourself, even things that you don't want to produce, this system is going to go back to a trading barter system wherever you find yourself on this plane. Okay? I'm not necessarily saying you're going to be in the United States. Wherever you find yourself on this plane, folks is going to be wanting to engage in other stuff. So if we read into the historic texts and so forth and the scripts, we understand that people were engaged in business. They didn't partake in the stuff, but they engaged in business for barter and exchange. If you understand what I'm saying.
I know what barter and exchange is.
Yeah, no, but in terms of biblical terms.
Right.
I say scriptural terms, ancient scripts. So you're going to be involved in that. The whole thing is this. There's going to be phases, and this first phase is going to be shock and awe. So you better have your provisions like you guys was talking about. And like Neftali was talking about with the BPA free and all this stuff. While what you put in the ground is growing. We are eating right now off of 2020, 2021, what was produced in 2021. Ain't nothing being produced in 2022. That's why you need to be putting seeds in the ground right now. And if you put seeds in the ground, especially like G-bombs, greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, greens, beans, mushrooms, onions, and berries, you can live off of that. Most high diet. Matter of fact, you can thrive off of it. And if you put it in the ground, hey, you got your pantry with your canned goods and your packaged goods. Trust me, I got stuff in the pantry right now I had some
I
other
hear you,
priorities.
Don. But we got Tashaka on. He hasn't said anything. Shalom, Elder Tashaka.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Grace and peace be unto you, most high blessed. I'm just laying in the cut and I'm just listening. I'm letting Don P go and get his thing on. I'm liking what he's saying. I like what Shasham say. I like all that. My contention to it is an economical standpoint. Okay, Don P, you got a remedy for that. But what if the economical standpoint and the housing standpoint don't go together? We finna be in some perilous times. This the thing. It don't make a difference how much prepping we do. If you're not one of that 1/3, you part of that 2/3, you go. You can stock up $100 million worth of food and water and all this, and then goddamn it, get hit by some lightning. They ain't even got to do nothing with what they got going on. Whatever set is set. Now I'm not telling you not to check your own, and I'm not telling you not to do what you got to do to get your own prepared for what's coming. What I'm saying is, it's already set in stone. Do what you got to do to get you by. Check it. Don P, you right. You can grow in your crib. Got 2 cribs, got 2 east sides. We grow in the crib now. If you went in my basement on 81st, it really looked like it's outside. Now, if you come out to the crib in Riverdale where Mother Hebrew and them always be coming to, it's a whole nother genre. I got like tomatoes and stuff growing from the ceiling. There's some stuff I bought on one of them infomercials years ago where you grow your own tomatoes and cucumber from the ceiling and whatnot. We can do all of that, but still, my Lord, when your numbers up, your numbers up. Well, we need to, I ain't even gonna say what we need to do because I don't even know what to do. I agree and I disagree. It's like a slippery slope right now. It's a slippery slope. Do we prepare or do we live our life out? Because, I mean, if your numbers mark, your numbers mark. I mean, I'm just here. I'm listening, but I have contentions with a few things. It can go either way. So, Sham, you prepping. You made me start prepping. I'll go downstairs right now. I bought this black thing that's in my kitchen right now. It's full of 2019. You started me doing this stuff, man. My whole kitchen looks like it's supposed to be a restaurant storehouse. I promise you it do.
This is what I'm gonna say, Elder Tashaka, right? You saw them prices of that meat I posted, right? Now,
yeah, I saw that.
That shit ridiculous. Now, you talk about people going to be working, man, and be able to afford just enough food for one meal a day. I'm saying, fuck that, and fuck depending on the government. Get your shit now where you can be good, and then the Lord can make it the way the rest of the way.
I mean,
all I'm saying is Joseph prepped is biblical. He did it and made Egypt rich. You know how much money you could make off a can of goddamn chicken breast?
But listen,
I
got a whole example for you.
All I'm saying is just prepare yourself. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm wrong.
And I love it. And I love it.
Everybody not gonna be able to do it that way. That's all I was trying to get them to understand.
And I get that. But I still say this, and I'm being facetious. I'm still coming over your house if something happens, get me a can of hash, because I'm gonna be heading. So I ain't holding still. I'm gonna keep moving. I'm not sticking nowhere.
I'm a tie to a pigeon and have him fly to you. You know,
fly to me. I'm gonna tell you when I'm on the way. I'm gonna get me a Tesla with a solar panel on the top of it. I'm telling you. But no, look, my Lord, I'm gonna give you a prime example. Like, check it. When they putting so many stuff out there for us to prep, but we don't take advantage of it. Case in point, when George Floyd thing hit, I'm right here in Chicago. These cats went absolutely nuts. I didn't see nobody looting and robbing the stores to go get no canned goods. They were stealing liquor, cigarettes. They robbed the weed places up here because weed just got legal. It took about $2 million worth of weed. They were stealing stupid stuff. Look, just recently, DoorDash had the glitch. The chick ordered $17,000 worth of liquor. I didn't see nobody order no meat packs, no nothing. They getting DoorDash food. Come on, man. Motherfuckers weirdos.
Keep talking about people that don't understand what's going on. But of course, because they in the world of fantasy, illusion, thinking that everything just all right. They're going to turn up and party. The scripture even tells you they party, had sex, and did all types of fornication until the days of the end of the days of Noah, until the door of the ark was shut. And then when they saw the water coming, it was too late. That's what they doing. It's the same thing. It's no
Only
difference.
difference.
It
It is a difference. It is a difference. The Most High. See, we trying to look, Shashan. We trying to live in 2022 like it's AD 03 or something.
1999.
No, not
1999.
let's go back further. Listen, you want me to walk around in a tunic all goddamn day? I got to go to work. I can't wear that at work.
I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. I'm
No,
not
not
saying
you.
that. I'm talking about, okay.
Salakia, my lord. Salakia. I'm not saying not you. I'm saying we as Israelites, we trying, I ain't gonna say righteous. We trying to be right amongst ourselves. Well, I hope we are. And working out our own salvation with fear and trembling. Because I can't get you there. You can't get me there. I just hope to see you come through one of the gates. Because I'm getting in. I'm gonna tell you this. Listen, if the Most High know my heart, so I'm gonna say something, you can find it to be funny or not. But I'm gonna be the only Israelite that they say I can't come through one of them gates. I'm gonna be the first one to have a home invasion on heaven. I promise you that.
You too much, Elder. You too much.
Stop it.
Y'all laughing, but
That is way too funny.
but I'm dead serious. He gonna have to obliterate me from ever. He gonna have to just block my name from the book and everything else, because I'm gonna be trying to break in every day, because I refuse to go anywhere else. I don't live my life to do this. I've been doing this for 20 years, man. And I'm not gonna say I've been 10 toes down in it all the way, because I ain't been. That'll be a lie for me to say that. I'm not the righteousest dude. Man, I'm 50 years old and I still smoke cigarettes, and I'm not ashamed. I'll smoke a cigarette on the panel. I just don't want people to do it. See me doing it. I do what I do.
We understand.
But at the same token, we gotta figure out. This is all I want to do. I understand the prepping. So that's number one. Big salute to everybody that's been doing it. You, Don P, Natalia, you a bad. When you get into when somebody make you mad, you stop all being nice. I'm talking to you about that later. But everybody, but we still got to enjoy ourselves. We got to get.
I'm not saying
You're not supposed to talk about that, Elder Shashaka. That didn't happen.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
you're right. It didn't happen. I ain't seen none of that.
Elder Shashaka, I'm not saying that we ain't supposed to live our life right. All I'm saying is, like, the reason why we on here is to warn the people on what's going on. Like, we don't say them like, look, they doing this in Germany. They telling their people to prepare. There's war going on over there.
They did it in New York.
Right now, I'm just saying they telling them get ready. So ain't nobody in the United States saying, hey, y'all citizens, go do this. Hey, it's going to be, it's a pandemic now. And then booyah, it's going to be chaos in the streets. Ain't no meat on the shelves. People, and then they get letting people open carry and have guns. Motherfuckers gonna be shooting people, all types of shit. That's why
and then we know you got a whole stockpile of food in your house, and all of us got guns. It's you against us. We come and get that.
Come on,
I'm gonna be outside standing and fighting for you.
That's why we gotta be gone. All this gotta be planned out. That's why we gotta be gone by then.
We can't
That's
get
why
out
we
of here
gotta be
like
gone.
Hold on. Let me finish real quick, y'all. Please.
That's FOPE.
This is what I'm saying, and why I'm telling the people, right, for their safety, telling them stop now, get ready, so you don't have to worry about that. Because when that shit go crazy, these people riding, they carrying guns, and they're allowed to open carry in public. People want to be shooting people in self-defense, saying, "Oh, this person tried to do." They're gonna have so many excuses now. So my thing is, hey, get ready so you don't have to be out there in the chaos in the midst of that shit. You feel me? Because you have older seniors out there, people with no help. And I'm just saying, the scriptures tell you they're not gonna consider the age of the old, the child, the width. It don't matter, even pregnant. That's why I'm telling everybody, people, get prepared now before it's too late. That way you don't have to be caught out there in that shit. That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling no. Listen, if whatever you do or you don't. But for me, my black ass, I'm not. I'm gonna be in my house with my gun, fast and praying, eating my 1.5 meal a day, and surviving as the best I can do the shit. I'm not going out in the chaos if I don't have to. The Most High said, Shawsham, you don't. He told me in the dream, listen, don't go out there in that shit. You don't need to be out there. You're gonna have all types of people, militias, KKK, racists, people that don't care, man. They're gonna be living lawless. So even women, they probably be trying to rape women, kidnap children. You'd be surprised at shit people do, man. When
women gonna rape you,
they ain't gonna rape me. I ain't worried about that.
Bitch,
What you say? Where's Israel? Be quiet. It wasn't racist.
Where is this conversation going? Where is this
No,
conversation going?
listen.
You be
I,
wilding me too much.
I cut my screen on for a reason. Look, my lord, I cut my screen on for a reason. Check it. Damn, see, look, I'm in Chicago. They shooting right now. You hear that? Them ain't firecrackers. Them niggas busting. But it's lawlessness right now. They busting right now. I can't make this up. I don't know if you can hear it.
But it ain't how the Most High talking about how it's gonna be. It ain't there yet.
Hey,
They
listen,
doing that here. But wait till
I
we get
will.
turned the fuck up crazy. That's right. They shoot. But we talk about pure chaos where ain't no police, ain't no responding. You out on your own like a fucking
Ain't no nothing, man.
That's what I'm talking
I
about.
agree.
I ain't worried about that little shit. I'm talking about that shit when you got hundreds of people out there at the stores and they trying to overthrow the government like they doing down there in Panama and places like that. I'm talking about that kind of shit. That's all I'm saying, Elder.
Can I go?
Hold on. Elder Qanath, is you there? Because you keep falling in and out. I don't know what's going on. Making sure. Elder Qanath.
I hope he is there. I'll be up there September.
Something wrong. I don't know. Keep falling in and out. Go ahead, Elder.
Might not be him. You never know.
That's him. Trust me.
Okay. But no, look, give me 60 ticks. Check it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that ain't nothing. Me and you, I'm not gonna say the Most High showed me nothing. I just know one night I had too much of this stuff I be drinking called new vodka. It had me too much and fell asleep on the couch. And I had a weird ass dream and I saw some shit that made me start thinking a whole nother way about stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be some way out chaotic. Like whatever we done researched and put together, we could even go to the Sumerian stuff. Some of that stuff I kind of make my mind wonder about these wars they had with the Anunnaki. Some of them books be blowing my brains out, like trying to figure it out. What if we see some shit like that? Like the Bible, even of itself, we'll try to take Revelations and put some of the. Let me get serious real quick. Stop joking. We'll try to take the Bible and make it literal. Okay, what I mean by that, like in Revelations, we'll see about like flying, like birds that shooting fire and whatnot. Okay, we'll say them like the Apache helicopters or something. We'll try to put it literal, and then other stuff we'll make it like analytical, like it don't even, it was allegorical. It don't add up right.
Yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying, Elder.
Okay, check it. You're my elder, so check this out. No, I'm gonna present the question to you. It really comes into a form of a question. It really comes into a form of a question, and I take your logic seriously. If we take the Bible at its literal standpoints in certain issues, then shouldn't we take the Bible and other issues that we say are allegorical and make those issues like literal? Literally, it tells us what we're finna face. Come on, go through our history, go all the way back through our history. At that point in time, throughout civilization as we know it with science, and I'm not one of them science dudes, but with science, the little bit I have researched, we do know that throughout history, everything we going through now has already been went through. Like the parents and stuff be saying, the shit you think you doing, I already done it. That already happened. What is happening is like what I tell my wife this all the time. I said, you had the daughters, that was you. Now they got daughters, that's you on steroids. We're just in the same shit that we was going through on steroids. That's a good move, Sham, especially with your camera on. Motherfuckers be watching and niggas can't read lips. That's a good move. I gotta try that one. But Don P, check it. Think about what I'm saying logically, and I know you're astute with the Bible. You're a little bit more astute than I am, and I have no problem with admitting that. But think about it. What we're going through now, even if you go back to the time of, okay, let's go around like 70 to 190 AD. They felt they had to feel the same way we feel now because they was going through. Think about shit when Yehuda arrived over here and got jammed up. Think about how they felt. They felt the same way. Like, we gotta prep, we gotta run. Look, the 60s, come on, man, your era. When you was doing you way over, we in different zones. I've been Chicago, Atlanta all my life, back and forth. Atlanta no good for me, but you. I don't know if I'm expressing what I'm trying to say correctly. We done been through this before. Now who's to say? We don't know the time or the date. We just know that something finna happen again. So it's a good thing to prep for what's going to happen, but we can't necessarily say that this is necessarily the end. We just know that something's going to happen. And they giving us clues. The messed up thing is most of us just watch the regular local news. And if you watch all of them say the same thing. It's really scripted. We got to go a little bit more in depth. I ain't saying no let TikTok news, but we got to look at world news. Did y'all know that Biden just went over there and tried to sell us off? They sold us off as Americans. Now we're supposed to be Americans. Niggas or not. He just tried to sell us off to the World Health something. I'm gonna pull it up.
World Health.
And the only reason that didn't happen. Only reason that didn't happen is because it was 53. No, I'm sorry. It was 33 African nations, somebody from Russia, and somebody from one of them EU states, one of them oil countries over there. Said no, we ain't doing that shit. If just one person wouldn't have jumped on there, like he'd have sold us off. That's going anyway. It's the one world government.
Elder. You need to back up and let the people know what you're talking about in terms of selling us off. And I think you're talking about WHO, the World Health Organization.
Absolutely.
And I can come in behind that and kind of dictate what that, kind of translate what it is you're saying. But I want you to be real clear to the FOPE audience about what you're saying, because you're bringing out facts, and this is recent. I know the background, but I don't know the current information that you're just now bringing out. And I will
yeah, because Elder Qanath
give the back information about what you're talking about what you were just talking about in terms of the World Health Organization. So
that's
give that current information, I'll give that the rest of it.
All right, that's absolutely it. The World Health Organization. What they try to do is, we do know. Let me just get to this real quick. Let me give you a quick summary. What happened was they was trying to implement just like a I guess the word I want to use is like a health insurance, like Obamacare for the world. But just the thing, they get to dictate, like say that you have the flu, they get to dictate whether or not you get to take the flu shot. Say that your grandmother has cancer, they get to, and it can get removed. A tumor got to be removed, something like that. They get to dictate. No, fuck that tumor. That's gonna cost us some tools and some time, and so leave it alone. They get to dictate what happens to you in your life. You have nothing over that, no say so or nothing. And if it wasn't for these African countries and Mighty, check in with Mighty Hebrew when y'all get a chance. If you get a chance, I'm pretty sure he's familiar with it. It was some cats from somebody from the Tanzanian government. And I know it was the Ghana government. It was a bunch of African countries that said, no, we ain't going for that. And then the dude in Russia said, hell no, we ain't with the shit either. And then it was some cat over there like in Iran, Iraq, one of them. And he said, we ain't with it. But what he tried to do was basically he was giving authority over, if you get to go to the store and get your antibiotics over to somebody that decides whether or not you get to be healthy. We in perilous times, my Lord. We in a position where we get to see it's so crazy the way I see it. And it could I know I can't be by myself. What if we can't repatriate back over there? Some of us ain't got the means. Okay, means to
That's what I was saying though, Al. If you can't do that, then you need to set up some type of
something here.
Right. And that's what the show was about, and that's what we were trying to get into. But because I see the conversation is going many different ways. That's what
that's what I want to talk about. That's what I jumped on.
That's what we were trying to talk about, because we was like, okay, how brothers and sisters trying to leave. But what if it's too late and you didn't stack up on anything, you didn't prep at all, and you didn't get nothing because your plans was leaving. But now you stuck where okay, they locked everybody down, but you ain't got enough food to last you for only about a few weeks and not 5 or 6 months. And they got to lock down. I'm just giving a general number. That's the
you're going to some.
Hold on, Don P. Let me finish.
Yeah.
You keep cutting me off. That's what we was trying to have a discussion about, because Natalie was saying, well, I know I need to stock up stuff because I know where my plan at, but the way things are looking, she's saying, well, shit, they look like they speeding things up. And what if I don't, be able to get out of here on time and I ain't got nothing for my family? So that was the discussion. I'm glad you brought it up. Sis, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just, everybody talking. I'm just listening.
No. I'm just saying because, you remember we were speaking on that part and we were saying how, with a case you didn't, it wasn't enough time for you to leave or whatever, and you didn't have anything because of the way that things are moving. But you want to elaborate on that?
Most definitely. And shalom, Elder Qanath. Yeah, most definitely. We just I have my plans. My plans are to repatriate back to the motherland, but in the meantime, things are definitely speeding up, and we don't want to be looking, crazy out here. So yeah, you definitely got to get your stockpiles up, even if you have a plan B. You always should have a plan C or a plan D and E. You know what I'm saying? So we always got to have something like Don P said. You got to be planting stuff on your door. You got to plant stuff outside. You got to have your stuff in your pantries. We got to have all our I's dotted and our T's crossed, guys. We got to really think about this.
That's really what Tally. That's really what you're saying. It's like, okay, because that's been what's been on my heart as I watch the world events. It's like, okay, because my plan is, multi-willing, short-term plan is to be out of here at the first of the year. But what if that can't happen, or what if stuff gets worse before then? And so we have to be looking at the long-term, short-term within a 12-month cycle. And the short-term 12-month cycle is I've got stuff in the pantry. Long-term on the 12 months, I got stuff in the ground.
No doubt. Let me say something real quick. I don't lose my chance. Most High bless everybody.
Shalom, Qanath. Shalom, brother Qanath. I didn't greet you, my brother.
No doubt. Most High bless all of y'all. Every one of y'all. Don P, Tashaka, Queen Natalie, Sean Shame, all of y'all. Starling, everybody. Wiz one, Nehemiah, all of y'all in the comment section. They love. Also, the sister that was on earlier, please jump back on because you didn't get a chance to speak too much. So please come back on, sister.
Oh, Nate, she coming back. She has something to do. She said she coming back. She had.
So let me listen. Obviously, 99.9% of loud people are not going to get out of America because they don't want to. Okay? They just don't want to because they believe that seeing what's written in their face, they don't want to believe it. With Katrina, certain other hurricanes and disasters, look at the schools. When those schools was attacked, right? The police,
out of the shock, I'm mute you, okay? Until,
everybody was not. They wasn't able to help them little children. Okay, white children. In this history of this, where they can't even help children in crisis, right? And Katrina and many other disasters prove either they can't or they just won't, right? And I would just say to my dear brother Tashaka, anybody else, think about this. Even when you was in the world, you did what the Bible told you to do in one aspect of preparing, like the ants. If we could prepare for their wicked holidays, like, none of us never went Thanksgiving shopping on Thanksgiving, right? You know doggone well it's not feasible to go Christmas shopping on Christmas Day. You know, you don't prepare for New Year's on New Year's. You always prepare the eve of everything, even a party, right? Even a surprise party, right? On any occasion. It's called preparation on any and everything. So what can possibly be wrong preparing for something that may save your life or your loved one's life, right? Because we prepare by saving it by our TV, a pair of jeans, socks, right? We prepare on a lot of things in life, right? To get an education is preparing yourself for what? The future, right? Learning how to swim is preparing yourself to save your life or even compete in the race. So I would say to everybody that's listening, just on GP, you prepare on everything in life. And what can be greater to prepare yourself for the kingdom and prepare yourself for the things that come? That's what all of us shall do in wisdom, right? The bear prepares, right? The squirrel prepares, the bee prepares, birds fly north and south for the winter and all that. Everybody prepares. I tell you what happened during the height of COV. When I saw the lines, Bashar Sham and I was preparing, it hit, but we were saving and saving and saving. So when that second wave started coming through, we was just sitting back talking. We wasn't he and ha. We was like, man, it's crazy out here, right? And I'm gonna tell you one thing I recognize. The hood was a place to get some stuff sometime because people didn't have the money, but it was the most dangerous because you didn't have no money. And I saw white people in the hood going at Family Dollar, Dollar General, right? Your little Rite Aids, your small gas stations, and cleaning up while Negroes was out there panhandling for liquor, at the movies, in line for the new Jordans, or the chicken sandwich, right? Or the iPhone, right? So we may think it's a joke, right? But everything in life, man, we prepare for. And I think we should look at it that way. And in preparation for Thanksgiving, Christmas, you prepare for your family. You don't go and ask for anything under nobody else's tree or whatever family member because you know that family is, they call it their Christmas. Only thing I know that you can go knock on the door and ask for something is one of the most wicked holidays of the year. And it's called Halloween. And a lot of deaths happen on Halloween, right? They give out poison. And when I was a kid, we loved to snatch bags during Halloween. So, yeah, man, most High blessed. But I think we need to prepare, man. That's just on anything in life. We preparing for the kingdom. We practicing the righteous acts. Some of us are. It's preparation, right?
Exactly. And we're not saying that everybody's gonna be able to leave, because I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you can't leave, because the way that things looking, they looking like they heading to shut things down again this year, upcoming winter. And that's what it's looking like. They already shutting other places down, and you know when they do that, everybody follows suit. So I'm telling everybody, if you can't get up out of here, or maybe they're gonna close the door before you think you can leave, and you can't, just have something now while you still have to stay. That's all I'm saying. I ain't telling nobody, because I know everybody can't afford to just up and move to Africa. Everybody ain't got the means. Some people live in check to check. Some people just don't have the finances. Some people was on a fixed income. Some people on a government check. And that's just the truth. It's not, it's nothing wrong with that. The Most High got our people in the state. And everybody ain't going to be able to flee America, because everybody ain't going to have the means. The Most High said he's going to recover us from the whole earth. So people from this land where we didn't hear got to be recovered. Just the truth of it. So, but if you can go and you got the opportunity, enough money to get out, go ahead. But if you don't, I say hunker down, make sure you have some protection and some food stocked up, and you just want to wait it out. So that
I'm 100% with Shasham. I'm 100% with Shasham.
I'm 100% with Shasham too. But
I mean,
all right,
because wait, it's scripture because it's scriptural. That's why I'm 100% with Shasham, because it's scriptural. There's gonna be that wave that gets to leave, and the rest of them, hey, we got to look to Ha Mashayach to shelter us, in the wilderness.
I disagree a little bit.
Until this thing go ahead.
Okay. There is going to be those of us that's going to be able to leave. Bam, we gone.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us going to be in a position where we can hunker down and safely protect ourselves and our loved ones to the best of our ability where we will make it through. There's going to be that remnant somewhere in that 2/3 that can't get the fuck out. So why not?
So
what happened to? Wait. Listen, where I'm going. I'm gonna go back. Into the FOPE history a little bit. What happened to the land we were supposed to be trying to get? Because I was all for that. What if we just get like a central spot for those who can't? I like what Landine's saying, having spots where we all communicate. If those who can't go, they're stuck over here, and those who can go over there.
Real quick, just
my whole thing.
Go ahead, Qanath. Go ahead, Elder.
Hold on, real quick. In actuality, we do have land, but it's in New York, and it's like 14 and 17 acres. Okay. What happened was COVID hit, and we haven't been able to go up there and to actually build on. And Shasham seen it. I've seen it. We had people on there who are already. That's
You've done
armed.
a lot about it. You've done a lot. I don't mean to cut you off, my lord. I don't mean to cut you off at all. But you've done a live about that a couple years back, and I remember it because I was up with it. What I'm saying is that land is still available. So why don't the ones who we know who can't make it, maybe they can make it there? Why don't we try to? For those of you who can go and can bounce like that, Godspeed. But we still need your help.
I'm gonna be honest. Wait a minute. I'm gonna answer that, right? Because everybody that come on the live and everybody in the comment section, all Israel, the city of Israel ain't Israel.
Ain't Israel. We know that.
I don't. A man, woman, or a baby child is born a Satan seed. It can kick rocks in the snow, and I help throw it down the hill. I'm not going to allow any and everybody just to come and say they believe, right, to come stay on any land with us. If my mother was alive and she was off, and I love her and she's dead, she can't come. Period. That's how I am. I'm no respected person. So we have land here in New York, and everybody who's not going to be on board and showing their ass is correct and ready to die for we believe in and bringing something to the table. I don't care if it's a can of beans. But you can't walk with you can't come to our place with no toilet paper to wipe your own ass. Right? So, and how we rocking and how I'm going to definitely rock with my family, that's how I'm going. That's how I'm going. Because I can smile at a lot of people, right? While I kill their ass. So, for me, anybody that's going to be on our team, of course, you there, everybody on here, but you got to be about it, like homeboy said, about it, baby. And we don't tell everything. You know what I mean? But I know
my question was this. My question is this. This is the first that I'm hearing of it. But my thing is like, are we? That's what I'm saying. This is my first hearing about it. Okay. My whole thing is it leveled out, ready to go? Because the thing hits the fan.
Wait, Don P. Excuse me. Salakia, my lord, real quick. Don P. Everybody come with their own experience. Okay, I agree with that. You got to come with something. You got to come with some tissue. Woo. But Don P.
And that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the land. I'm talking about the land. I'm talking specifically about the land.
Absolutely. This is what I'm
Okay,
finna say.
so
This
it's
is what I'm finna
the
say. Check
land
this
needs
out.
to be ready
Don
to
P.
go within 6 months.
Please listen. Listen.
I'm
Within a
listening.
6
I'm
month,
listening.
within a 1 month time frame, with your knowledge, your ability, your connections, and the things that you're able to do, you could take you could take 5 people and teach them how to till that land and flatten that land out. So that's not even necessary because you can teach another one. Each one teach one. You can teach them how to do it. They can get it done, and you can move on to build something bigger.
Is the land in that position? Do we have to clear trees and brush and
Even if
stuff
it's
like that
not, you
before we
can
can
teach.
even? Well, that's 6 months. I'm talking about planning. So that's 6 months to clear the land to be able
All
to
I'm saying, my
for it to
lord,
be plannable. I'm
I,
just trying to get an accurate assessment of where we are.
well, we're not,
Okay.
my lord, we on a live right now. We ain't got the
No,
dimensions
I
or the
get it.
specs
I
of it.
get it. I get it.
But
I
what
get
I'm
it. But
saying
if
is,
we're
this is
talking
what
about
I'm
plan
saying.
Bs,
Yeah, we're gonna need a plan B. Plan A sometime ain't
okay,
for
so where
everybody.
are we? So the question becomes, where are we on the plan B, and what can we do to get the plan B more ready so that folks that don't have the ability to leave, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we know that for several different reasons. So then, if FOPE, because it sounds like, Brother Qanath and Nef Shasham, they've already planned. So they got land. Now, what is it that we need to do to get that land ready for the plan B? Because that land is going to have to feed the people in the plan B that couldn't leave.
Well, I can answer
The
that. I can
second
answer
wave
that.
that couldn't leave. But
I can
unless you know the
I can answer that
condition of the
easily, my lord.
land, do you know the condition of the land? Do you
My
know if
lord,
there's trees and stuff like that, or what stage
if
it's in for development?
I'm only trying to give you an
If you
answer, my
don't,
lord.
if you
I
don't,
don't
if
want to
you
overtalk you.
no, no, but the question is this: if you
I'm trying
don't
to give
know
you
the
an answer.
condition of the land presently, then you can't give me an accurate answer.
Yes, I
Is the
can. I
land
can give you.
prepped
I can
and
give you.
ready for planting? Is the
My lord,
land prepped and ready for planting? Okay, so that's the question I have. So now you have the floor, my sir.
okay, the question is easy to answer. You asked me, basically, is the land prepped for readiness? That's the question. To sum it all up, right?
Planting.
Okay, so that's the question. I can answer that real easily. The answer to that is that's a question that's not to be done and or answered on a live because it's not our business to bring up FOPE business that
That
FOPE
that's
has not.
that's not an answer
No,
to
my
your
lord,
question.
see, you're gonna overtalk me
I
because I'm
understand what you're
answering.
saying. I
But you
understand what you're
see,
saying,
I'm not
but
even
that's not an
allowed to
answer to the
speak.
question.
I'm gonna mute my mic. I'm not even allowed to speak because you won't even let me get my train of thought out without cutting
Go
me off for a
ahead.
minute.
Go ahead. Go
Okay,
ahead.
all I'm saying is that is a great question. And I can't answer that question to what you want me to answer it to because you want it to the letter. I'm saying since you just not learning about this property, that would be a question that's best answered not on a lie. That's what I'm saying. That's the best way for me to answer that question. I can't give you the specs on that land, but you came into the knowledge that that land exists because I brought up the land and Qanath confirmed that it exists. I just came in around here. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying that to be in a negative way, but I've been dealing with these cats for real. I really have, and you have the ability to teach cats how to till that land, flatten that land, get that land prepared to do that. So that's not an excuse why we couldn't have another alternative source for those individuals who can't make it over there. Me personally, only reason I ain't gone and I ain't gonna keep name dropping, but I'm supposed to been gone. It's because my background. I got 5 murders, 4 attempts on my background. It's public record. Everybody know it. And the Most High let me out that joint because most of that joint didn't go down the way they said it. But anyway, I'm supposed to been gone. And the only thing that's stopping me is because they jamming me up because my background, they want to prove my passport. I was supposed to go when they left this last time. I was supposed to go then. So it ain't about going. I'm thinking
What all
about
you
who
need to
left
do with your
behind.
passport, Elder? Yeah, to get it.
I didn't hear what you said, sister.
I said, what all you need to do to get your passport?
I got.
He
All
got some
right.
things we got to deal with. He got some
Right.
things we got to deal with. Put it that way. Put it that way.
Right. Yeah.
Once he clears those up, he'll be able
so
to be.
crazy.
He'll be
They
good.
ain't gonna clear me. They ain't gonna clear me because the way the system works, like felonies. Now going to that because I ain't always been practicing Yasharala. I ain't been always a sovereign Hebrew nationalist. I came up. My mama ordained preacher. When I met my wife, she was like a preacher at the church. I had to bust all that up. So, but like I'm a whole street dude. I'm a real street dude. Like I'm a Chicago street dude. Like I'm GD from Chicago. One of the things y'all talking about, they teach that shit to you in gang law. We talking about preparation. One of our laws is proper preparation prevents poor performance. Write it down, look at it, and think about it, and all that shit is true. That's some GD law shit. We've been doing that. We putting ourselves in this bag, man, and it's killing me. We can, for those who can go. What if you can't get to Africa, but you got to get the hell away from here because the laws may be a little bit different in Brazil? And wait a minute, it's a little bit different in we just came from, baby, what was that?
Let me jump in real quick. Check this out.
Go ahead,
when I say prepping and going to Africa, I'm just speaking for me solo, okay? I'm not saying leave America because the world going to come to it and America going to be wiped off the face of the earth, right? I'm talking about just like any new job you get, you change the job 9 times out of 10, not because you're fired, because you're trying to move up in life a little. And then once you get the job, you start making preparations to move out the neighborhood. So I'm trying to move up in my life at 50 some odd years old.
Absolutely.
Right? Into a better way of living. I see what I see every day. You know, the marching and the dancing and singing. It played a part. I'm not going to take away from what our beautiful brothers and sisters was trying to accomplish. You know, and did accomplish a lot of things. But Martin Luther King said it one time before. He said, "Have I led my people into a burning house?" And
what'd you say, Qanath? Say that again. What'd you say, Qanath? Say that again.
Have I led my people to a burning house? So nobody knows a date, and nobody's teaching a flea doctrine, because I have a whole class against a flea doctrine. But I also see what's being manifest right in front of my eyes. And I don't claim to be no prophet or anything like that. I just know what I see. And I had a long conversation with a few people speaking about, you know, they really not talking that much about it. These are plagues that's hitting this place.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
And by us not accepting it, I think we dealing ourselves a shorthand. And I would say this to my brother Tashaka. You're right. I would just say, as far as about people who can't make it, right there, we're not saying you are 100% safe there either. You know, it's people there probably waiting on to kill you. You know, when shit hits the fan, chaos brings order. Okay, so there's going to be chaos one day, and that chaos it's going to bring order, because all the bad gets washed away. Good will always prevail. And the plan, I don't see why people can't see certain things, man. The projects is called just that. It's a project. It's an experiment, like rat cages, man. And now it's time for all of it to implode. It's time for all of it to implode. So I would think, man, you know, when them food stamps start cutting off, you know, the Section 8 is lifted. The shelves get a little empty. A lot of y'all, when we was talking about this last year, right? A lot of people laugh, just like they laugh at them preppers. I used to laugh at them damn preppers. But I tell you, it wasn't being in that line. And I tell you one thing, when I got water, I would drive the long way to get back in my place. People, I know, I lived in the inner city and still do. I seen people watching people. I seen it with my own eyes. I seen people rushing to get in line so they can get a chance to get a pair of the toilet paper. Okay, I've seen this stuff. I've been to the grocery store trying to find cough medicine or cough drops and couldn't find them. I've been there where they didn't have no hand sanitizer or no damn gloves and wouldn't allow you in the store. I've been there. I've been there where everybody was afraid when somebody sneezed, and people was afraid to sneeze. Okay, I seen this stuff, and it was like a movie, and everybody forgetting about the movie that they actually participated in for the past, and still is, 2 years. And these talks have been going on way before FOPE or FOPE, right? They showed in their movies. They teach us that in school. You know, one of my favorite programs coming up as a kid, I'm going to hand the mic back up, and I want to have Charlie speak a little bit. One of my favorite programs coming up as a kid because it taught survival. And that was a show called Grizzly Adams.
Absolutely.
He was in the mountains he tamed a damn bear. And he hunted for all his food and made his own shelter. And
I thought he was one of us.
Man, listen, I'm telling y'all, they taught a lot of stuff back then. And a lot of stuff that they talking about now, we still partying and dancing. We still partying and dancing. I don't know when the time is going to happen or anything. I'm just saying, prepare yourself, right, for what's to come. And then let's say there's no more food will be plentiful. All this good old America in year 2001, right? Just imagine how the best times of your life, whatever year that was, just take it saying it's going to be like that for a long time to come. Let's believe that. But in the best time of your life on this planet, the best time of your life on this planet, whatever year that was, guess what, brothers and sisters? As a whole, and as we speak, our people were suffering and still suffering now. They were still marching, saying, let's join hands. No justice, no peace. Let's vote. We got Clarence Thomas. We got the first black general. We got the first black Thurgood Marshall. We got the first president. We got all this. The first black baseball player. Right? We created everything. But like I said, in closing, a lot of people say this to me, and this is my question to you. Man, we built America. This is my place just like any other place. And you're 100% right. But that's an oxymoron statement. And I'm agreeing with it. I'm proving that I'm an oxymoron. Because what house can a MF build and he don't have ownership of it, but a damn slave? Think about that. You built this place and it's not your house.
Right. But Qanath, the thing is too, right? What people have to understand is, even though if we can lead, that's cool. But a lot of these third world countries, like what's going over there in India and down in South America, they suffering more worse right now than America. So, and it's bad, you know what I mean? And you know that's coming here. So even if we can get to Africa, or whoever can get over there and make it over there and get their food going and their farming, cool. But you know what I mean? Those of us who just want to leave here and thinking that they're going to go to South America and everything going to be found in Mexico, it's the food shortage and all that. I just don't think we're going to escape it nowhere, you know. But like far as Africa going over there getting land, yeah, that's cool. That's a good idea. You probably got a better survival rate over there because at least you can do more and getting out of the inner cities. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. Like I said, to me, it's like a rock and a hard place for everybody. I just say let the spirit of the Most High guide you to wherever you need to go, and hopefully we make it through whatever happens, because who knows what the future holds. But the way things are looking, it's just like shit is being sped up, and hopefully some of us have time to get out of here, and some of us probably ain't, because I mean it's just too much shit just happening back to back to back to back to back to back to back. That's just my opinion on what I'm saying, and I'm just saying from what I'm seeing.
Hey, can I pop off? Can I pop off for 30 seconds? Because I really want Natalie to like pop off for real from a woman's perspective.
Okay, go ahead.
From a sister perspective, man, everybody just got to do what they got to do, and everybody just got to get ready for what we always been getting ready for. We've been getting ready for this since our ancestors, and their ancestors messed up. So we just getting ready for the inevitable. We supposed to be happy that I don't know. I ain't even gonna say no. You call him Jesus Christ. We just supposed to be happy when this cat come back.
Hey, Tashak, let me say this. Let me say this. That's fine, because the scripture says this is the day the Lord made. Hold on. This is the day the Lord made. Let us be glad and rejoice in it. That's so true. But one thing I will say, I gotta disagree on, because just of yesterday I would agree, right? But
why didn't say it then?
Watch it. But watch this. We've been prepared for everything but the battle against one another, brother.
Wait a minute. That's where I'm going. So you're going to tell me what I'm going to say. Let me hear it now.
When it comes to your next door neighbor, you've been known for 30 years, right? And you could be the old man. You watch that neighbor grow, his whole family. And they know Uncle Tashaka, not blood related, it's Uncle Tashaka from the hood, from around the way, my neighbor. Right, us over every Christmas and all that, right? Uncle Shaka was hiding the Easter eggs behind the tree.
Well, right? None of that stuff,
right? Qanath, I know where you're going. I want to tag in behind you.
We never prepared the battle against one another, and these people are very crafty. Very crafty, and they've been had us fighting one another for years, and we still doing it now, but they're about to take it up. They showed it in Purge. They're about to take it up to another notch. Get your gloves. Ain't nobody speaking on it. You're going to go in the store, gloves could be $10, $8, $9. Go get your gloves, because that's going to come back. And all this stuff I think they doing it on purpose, right? They doing it on purpose, But we never prepared to fight one another, because I'm gonna tell you something. You might have a family member you ain't heard from in a long time. What Tupac said, we know this is a fact, man. The people that kill you is the ones that's what?
Closest to you.
There we go. Go ahead, Neff.
Let me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Neff, I know.
Because I want her to say something from a sister point of view, but because what you just said, that goes back to just it's kind of like primitive Israelite shit, man. I mean, we've been fucking over each other for fucking years. I mean, let me correct my.
Let's see what the sister has to say. Let's hear what the sister has to say.
All right, thank you, Don.
Because I do want to get back to that land, because we're talking about solutions. So I do want to get back to that. But I want to hear what the Nishi has to. Well, okay.
That's between you and Qanath. Okay. That's a back chat thing. But Naphtali, what do you think we should do from a female standpoint of view? Let me ask you a question. From a helpmate point of view, like my wife, she do canning, and like she like make me like jerk stuff, and she make me like she put it in the machine and it dries it out. It's like turkey and all that. How do the women help us sustain? We're gonna have to like fight and everything. Should women learn how to shoot and things of that nature, or should they just be in the background if this really hit like that? I mean, what's your standpoint on it? Because I like how you think. So I'm just asking in general. I don't have a direct question. What do you think we should do as a woman? She's still here?
No, I'm here. I was just yeah. I'm just gonna have to say this, guys, you all don't know, but the plans are to go to Elder Qanath's house. He has the penthouse. I'm just joking.
Hey, that's funny. Hey, look, I will tell you this. I got bars too. You know what I mean?
No, on a serious note, my plan, guys, is to, of course, is to repatriate to Africa. My plan is to get a hectare of land. It's about 2.5 acres. Now we all have to think about this. Try to get as much if you can. Try to get some land. Maybe you have to start um, speaking to people and working with people that you may not thought you may have wanted to work with, because there's something called cabin fever. Okay, it exists. Staying in your homes for long periods of time can cause a lot of psychological distress. I mean, looking at those four corners can make some people go crazy. You're gonna need some land. You're gonna need to be able to get out and walk, and that's why, you know, I want about 2 acres. I want some land where I'm able to have access to walk, garden, farm, all those things. Be able to have some form of nice scenery, because you got to think about it. Being stuck in the house is going to drive us crazy, and it's
Wait, so
relatively cheap.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Salakia, sister. No, no, no. I'm talking about not like if we gonna come over there and have a Passover at your joint. I'm talking about like if stuff hit the fan, like you gotta be in the window with the AK while I'm in the back with the AR, like that type of. Like how do we? Like we need your help because some of us men might have to take over the reins of something that we would consider like women's duties. Like she'll go in there and can and cook. Like we need y'all to teach us how to can and cook. We gonna teach you how to hunt too. I might. What if I go down? We gotta have something to eat tomorrow. And the deer that I killed 2 days ago, it's all gone. So what we gonna eat? The bone marrow soup? Like I've been prepping like forever. Sam said something about a bug out bag. I almost passed out. I said that back in like 2015. A bug out bag? Is he crazy? We got them already. They're in the car. I'm trying to figure out like we need some advice from
brother,
you too to help us as men to show
brother,
us like what we can do.
look, brother. I'm gonna tell you this.
No,
I'm gonna
no,
tell you
my
this
lord, you
straight
can't
up. No,
speak
no,
for
no,
the
no, no, no,
woman.
no, no, no. I can speak for Nisi. I can tell you
No,
this.
no.
Based on
Okay,
wait. Just
Israelite
hold
woman,
up,
any
hold up. Let me
Israelite
just say
woman,
this,
please, my
Miss, because you
lord, you
asking her a
can't do that.
question.
I'm gonna
You
mute my
asking
mic.
her a
I'm gonna mute my
question.
mic.
Okay, you're asking her a question that she hasn't prepared to answer. She doesn't know how to
You
preserve
can't.
and
How do
can.
you know that? You can't say that for her. I'm asking her
Okay,
a question because I'm
Well,
seriously
go
curious.
ahead.
Like,
You go ahead and ask Nisi the question. Do you know how to preserve and can?
no, I did more than that, my lord. I'm asking her. You make it seem as if though I'm asking her for advice. You making it seem as
Right,
if though
but
I'm
she may
attacking
not
her.
be able to give you that advice. No,
But you haven't
not at
even
all,
given her
not
the
at all.
opportunity. But my lord,
But
you haven't even
the
given.
advice that she wants to give, the advice that she wants to give,
If you said
you
it,
need to count that. You need to count the advice. I hear the advice that she's
Nep,
giving.
Neptali, can I ask you a question, sister?
Of course, everything's fine.
Okay, so the question that I was asking you was, can you help us as men? Like,
Hmm.
like we would have to help you. I would have to teach you how to shoot a shotgun. I would have to teach you to shoot how. I would have to teach you how to make bullets in an upcoming era that we might be facing. I would have to teach you how to hunt silently if I can't go out. I have pancreatitis personally. I would have to teach you how to use a silent killer, which is a crossbow, maybe just a bow itself. I would have to teach you these things for us to survive. Wouldn't it be fair, without anybody else interjecting, wouldn't it be fair for me to ask you to teach me how to you sustain life? What I mean by that is like, once again, my wife, she makes me like this jerky stuff. It's like turkey jerky, goat jerky. I mean, she just jerk it out for me. And she do it in all type of different things. Wouldn't it be for preserving? She do that. Wouldn't it be fair for us men as hunters who have to? We got to defend the house. We prepping. We doing all that. We defending the joint. We outside the window. If somebody get too close, we good with it. But shouldn't you teach us how some of the stuff you like? I want to know. I can sew. I don't. My first ever G.I. Joe, whatever you call it, garment. I made it myself. Would it be necessary for you to teach us some of the skills that you may know inherently or something that you may know from your mama? I can't cook fried chicken. It always come out messed up. But every time a woman cook fried chicken for me, it come out really good. Wouldn't it be fair for...
I know we're gonna do.
Qanath, you need to let me. Qanath, you need to let me get it. You need to let me get it, Qanath, because this is so messy. We're so messy what he's talking about. It's so messy. You need to let me get it. But because I said it was so messy, I'm gonna let you do, Qanath. I'm gonna let you do what you do because it's your channel. Because it's your channel, Qanath. I'm gonna let you do what you do. But that was so messy compared to what I was talking about. What were you talking about?
How was that messy?
Go ahead. I'm gonna mute my mic, Qanath. I'm gonna mute my mic, Qanath, so you can go ahead and address it, and then let me in where you gonna let me in, Qanath, because you know I'm a brother about order.
As long as we have some form of decorum. Only thing my question is, if we're doing what we're doing to maintain our survival, and we're naturally going to teach the woman certain things. What if I'm down? Can't she teach me the thing? I'm asking her basically, wouldn't it be right for a woman to teach me stuff?
It's okay. Yes, we have many women have different skill sets. You know, I'm more of a modern woman, so I don't have all of those. You know, I'm more of tech. But I do know how to heal, you know. So first thing we will have to do is heal that pancreas of yours. You have to heal that, and you know, milk thistle is a really good product. You know, that's a good start.
What is it?
Milk thistle.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, I had some of that. That's funny you say that. I actually. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Listen.
Qanath had me drinking sea moss for everything.
But that's right. Just get it. Hey, look. At the end of the day, I know one thing I had, including myself, we're going to have a panel, if we do all make it the African Most High will, of storytelling, because God, dog, boy, we can tell some stories on this end for entertainment purposes. At the end of the day, nobody's going to be able to predict damn near anything. We only can go by what we see and people giving their opinion on it. If all chaos break loose, I don't think anyone is really prepared for it unless it's people that's been prepping for some time and that has some form of military training, and even themselves are not going to be Rambo. If you ever saw the movie Rambo, basically being alone and doing everything.
Hey, Salakia, Qanath, real quick, Salakia. Is this something about what I'm asking the sister? Because that's not what I'm asking her.
Well, it lies into that, meaning that whether it's a man, a woman, a child, nobody's prepared for the unknown, and you only can put in what you have, whether it's physical, wisdom. It could be anything. You know, it depends on the scenario of where you stay. Like in let's say they had somebody people trying to survive in Arizona. It's hot as hell in the water. There's hardly no water, so they wouldn't have it as good as somebody that's living in the mountains
What
where the
Salakia
water.
one more time, Qanath.
I'm
Salakia one
getting
more
to it.
time.
I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it.
Okay.
What I
Okay.
mean is your skill set will only go where you're needed. This is why I mentioned Arizona or New Mexico, where it's dry land and desert and people trapped out there. Your skill set is going being knowing how to make water out of plastic in your own urine.
Oh, you know about that.
And how to purify it with charcoal. So what I'm saying is that whether you're a man or a woman, it depends on your location. Because see, I can maybe know how to hunt, but I can't hunt if I'm in the desert and there's nothing to freaking shoot at. Right? I may know how to fish, but if there's no water, I can't fish. But my skill set can be many other things, you know, from healing.
You agree with me, Qanath?
So what I'm saying is, in essence, is not. I thought like that one time. A man question, a woman question. I would think on that level. I think if it's something that's dealing with, this is how I look at it. I don't
That's
think
not what I'm saying though. What you just said is not what I'm saying.
Hold on. Just let me go. Let me do me right now. I don't think when it comes to survival, I think we talk about lifting and of course protecting. We know that that's a man's job foremost. But I would think for if I was a woman or any woman, don't think it's not necessary to know how to defend yourself because something happened to your husband, you have to defend him, right?
That's not the question.
It's asinine. Hold on. Reverend's question now to speak. It's asinine. I don't think cooking, right, is just necessarily for the woman because some of our women can't cook. Right? It's being facetious. You know, when I'm talking about flavors, I'm talking about flavors, right? So, and some of our men can't fight, you know. So I look at it overall, and this is why I take things on as a family, as a unit. We all have a place, yeah. But if your strength, for me, if you're a marksman, look in the Olympics and find out who was over the past Olympics, who was the top shooters, especially in America, you're going to find out it's women. Who was the mark? They shoot better than men. Won championships behind this. So every man can't fight. I don't know if y'all been watching on YouTube lately how these guys fighting. Right?
I think
so. I just think. Wait a minute. For me, I think overall skill set and for the land, I've been mentioning this over a year and a half ago about it. We stopped it in the essence of who was contributing and who contributed and who bought it. I didn't buy it. There's another brother who bought it, who's part of F.O.P.E. And COVID hit and slowed everything down. As far as me living on it, I don't live on it. Is it ready to be this and ready to be that? That's that's something to the eyes of the beholder. You know, so like I said, to go back to what we've been talking about for some time now is to just prepare. You know, and you'd be surprised some of the things you think may not be important. I'll give you an example. Some things that you may think that's not important, but it's important. I wouldn't rush to go buy it, but you never know you need a toothpick. I don't know if you ever had a kernel in your damn tooth for a damn day and couldn't get it out. You know what I mean? So I don't know if y'all ever know about a damn Band-Aid, you know, just to have a Band-Aid or some Neosporin, or how about this, some eye drops or some allergy medicine. Some things that you may not seem that's like very important. We always think water and food. Yes, that's important, right? But what about clothing to keep warm? What about certain shoes you may need, right? I would say this: anybody that say, "Oh man, these niggas that went off," right? Then you are foolish. If you look at world events and think you're not in any time or it can't ever happen to you. If you think Germany can't happen again, World War I, II, III, whatever you want to call it, right? All these things, Katrina can't happen anymore. And to say not to prepare, bro. I mean, right now, Katrina is not in Chicago, in certain places, or Baltimore and DC. But sometimes it looked like it. Or St. Louis, right? It may not be Baghdad here, but in some places in America, it's Baghdad. Someplace you can't go if you go on the wrong color, right? And I'm not talking about the color of your skin. So we need to understand exactly what's going on. I think it's very asinine again to sit in our uh, way of thinking in life and not set up something for your children in the future. Hey, look, a lot of y'all ain't got to go to Africa. Don't ever go. But send a representative, and maybe you can build something for your child. Is that child, male or female, going to experience ups and downs in life? That's how life is. It's proud. It's good and bad. But to subject your children to what your great grandparents and what you're going through and witnessing, and now you want to tell your children to stick it out in a house that they built but don't own, then that's selfish. That's selfish. If you say, well, we got health care here and they don't have it in other countries, well, we got health care here. How come the black man, woman, and child is the most sickest people on the planet, in the richest country in the world, most medicated country in the world? But we as a people are the sickest. That's why our great grandparents taught us about certain herbs and books, and that's why they kill certain people. Right? It's time to get back into yourself. It's time to get to know who you really are. Right? And a lot of us move in fear. Sometimes I get nervous about going to Africa, but guess what? I'd rather fly like that eagle, man. If they shoot one of my wings off, that day, I went out flying. You know what I mean? Don P and Neff, go ahead, then, because I'm out of here in a few.
Qanath, I was like, come on now. I mean, it's like, man, you know what? I'd rather get burnt by the sun than be a failure for not even attempting. And see, I wanted to talk to my brother because he doesn't really understand. Somebody like Niece and Natalia, you have to understand. You have to understand where her mindset is at. Meaning, you know, if you know the person, okay, and then how can I say this? If you know the person more intimately than you know the person on YouTube streets, then you understand where they come from. This sister is a fully analytical sister that doesn't necessarily look at the esoterics of what this individual is talking about. She breaks stuff down for corporations on the what is. Now, there is the what possibly could be. Those are risk factors. Those are considered. But the what is what she's mainly focused on. And what he was talking about was something that you don't, it's like, that's not even in her bailiwick. This sister knows how to slice and dice data, not animals. So where she contributes to her household financially, that moves into the picture of the sustainability about what's about to come, because she's able to contribute financially. That gives the greater picture to her being able to contribute to their future and where they're going. And like for Don P, we going the same place. But the reason I asked the question about the land was because if there's land, is it heritable? Can it be built, you know, in a 6 month? Because we're going to come to a crisis crunch. And it's like, can the land be built in that time and sustainable for those who can't go? We know by scripture, there's a first wave, there's a second wave. We know this by scripture. We know by prophecy. So the thing about it is, we got to quit playing. And I love you, brothers, for, you know, addressing the preparations that need to be done, because this is serious, you know, and we come from our different backgrounds, and the Most High has us placed where he has us placed, and we're going to be where we're going to be. What
you have to be attuned to is, what is the Most High saying to you from the Ruach HaKodesh? For me, it's about, it's time to go. But when I'm supposed to leave exactly, that's based on him. We didn't put up an artificial fence that says, okay, first of the year, we up out of here. So the planning is for the first of the year. All belongings and all the other stuff. But he tells us to plan. And we got to plan. Because otherwise, this is going to rush up on you like a deluge. And you are not going to know what's going to happen. And you're going to be like, oh, my Lord, why have you forsaken me? When he was telling you all along, be like the ant. Be like the ant. Hey, Don P got too much, what do you call it? I forget. It's jet fuel. I forget what the acronyms are. But I got too much for the G5, so let me land the plane.
Great enough talk.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna hold you guys long. I know it's getting late. I just want to just say this, and I really hope people hear me out on this. During these times, we do need to start. There's strength in numbers, so we got to start mending old relationships that have defaulted over very small, tedious things. Uh, Try to get back and mend those relationships because there's strength in numbers. Start devising a plan with each other. Meeting ground. Where do we meet? Where do we, who has this? Who's going to grow that? Who's going to have, water, supplies? All those things are very important during these times. Putting your money together, and, you don't need a whole lot. If you're thinking about repatriating, if you think you don't have enough, it was $1 for every 54 Dalasi in Gambia. That's a lot. 100 for some land. You can get some land for about $1,500 for a plot of land, and so there is, resources out there. There are things that you can do, but like I said, there's strength in numbers. So try to mend those relationships. Think twice about. I know we're a bunch of separatists. We like to be separated, but this is the time that we need to come together more than ever, and we'll be all right, and we'll be able to get through. And Most High bless to everybody, and shalom to everybody out there. Have a good night.
No doubt, no doubt. And you know what, Naphtali, it's funny you say that, and sometimes scary times make people think, or death make people think and realize the things that they thought was so important really wasn't. And what we have more in common should be more the things that we should look into, to bring us together and not look at the things or certain incidents that has separated us. And quite frankly, it's because of pride on all parts, and then some of the pride, people don't want to admit their guilt. And I say guilt, and that's a pass, because anybody that asks for forgiveness, there has to be some type of guilt associated with it. But in these times, I think we need to utilize strengths. And I'm going to give you an example. And I'm glad you said that, Naphtali, because you have China and India are not enemies. They talk about fighting, but China's creating something like NATO. And I can't remember the exact name of it. I think it's called WIC or something like that. But look it up. And they're creating something like NATO. And on board is South Africa. On board is India, Pakistan, Iran, Mexico, Argentina. Okay, and by the way, Argentina I think was like 3% or nearly like 2% black, and a lot of them are mixed because they kicked most of the people out of Argentina out and killed them off that were so-called Negro, right? So when you see these packs together, and I mention them because a lot of them people don't get along, but they come together for their common good. For their common good. And I think that's important, Neftali. That's a great point.
I said I'm coming here so I can come
I'll go to Shaka, and then I'm gonna close it out with Shasham. So he had to go, man. He just wore out, tired. So yeah.
No, I'm good, my lord. I'm good, my lord. I was just really listening. I ain't gonna even. If I go back into it, it's gonna last a little longer. I'll catch up with you at another date or another time when you go live. Shalom, shalom, grace and peace. Most High bless you, and I yield the floor.
Right. Thanks, Don Yehuda. It's called Bryce. And a lot of them don't get along, but they come together for their common good. And pride can hurt you. And for this country not to recognize, because of not just pride, but what word I want to look for? Stubbornness. And want everything to be your way. See, it's a lot of Becky's in Congress, Senate, all that stuff, right? Pride. And one thing, it's a reset. One thing I know about this nation, man, in the early 60s and beyond, or before the 60s, parties may have separated the people, but this country came together as a people, right? Even us so-called Negroes, we should have at that time wanted to fall, but we even came together, fought in the Civil War, we fought in World War I, II, all this stuff came together for our common good. But pride has settled in on this nation, and they're allowing their own back door to be invaded, and greed has allowed this country to be invaded physically by different people that, quite frankly, come here illegally. So, man, with that, I want everybody to think about what everybody was saying tonight. Prepare yourself, prep, even if just for, the next day, man. That's why you put food in your refrigerator, so you can have something for the next day. And we need to be Bryce, not with that, but with ourselves, man. We need to be Zephaniah 2:1, come together, right? It's about to be hard times. So that's what we're going to do. With that, man, my name is Qanath. Most High bless all of you. With that, shalom.
Hey, Qanath.
Yes, sir.
Qanath.
Yes, sir.
I came on because this is what I believe. I believe that my brothers in FOPE, and that's all of my brothers in FOPE. K. Judah, shout out. Love the teaching you did earlier, my brother. Keep slamming them, K. Judah. But this is why this is Don P's house that he comes to. Because these are my people, and they are speaking in the same line of spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, that was speaking to Don P. If these brothers wasn't in harmony with my spirit, I wouldn't even be involved with these brothers. Do you understand that?
Let me say this. Let me end with this, Don. Hey, Don, let me end it with this. And I respect that, brother, and I admire that. But I would tell everybody, everybody's not gonna be able to do what we do. Even the ones that's on this comment section, the ones that listen to us. What I mean by do what we do, as far as like trying to come together. So you have to set up your own thing. You have to prepare yourself. And follow. I would say follow your heart. What your spirit is telling you to do. you
I'm
know,
already there,
and
Doc.
listen to it.
I'm already there, Doc.
and excuse me, and listen to it, you know. So,
I'm already
hey man, with that, I'm gonna say shalom with everybody, man. Most High bless y'all. Hey, comment section, y'all know I love you, Star Lima, uh, Tora Faith, Anthony, King Judah for show. Where's one? I don't have my glasses on, so it's hard for me to see. Tim, Lady Love. Oh man, we get some more. Coy, Tori. Oh man, what's that? Araya, Alaya, Yashaela. I can't say these Hebrew names. I can barely say Qanath, so please forgive me. I tried. Black tribes, come on. Most High bless all of y'all, man. So hey, look, y'all stay strong. Keep the faith. And live your life, man. But live it smart. Shalom.